Greetings, horror junkies, and welcome to the latest episode of Horror Junk. I'm Rat Salad, and I've taken over the Horror Junk studios. And I've locked Shay and Tim down in the Horror Junk basement because I wanted to bring you a review of Gourmet Zombie Chef from Hell. A couple of you have seen this movie before. I ended up picking up a copy this past week. Unfortunately, I probably should have checked the copy before I tried to do this because it's misspelled Gourmet Zombie Chef from Hell on the tape. When I popped it in, it was pretty bootleg, and the tracking didn't work on the VCR. So I did not get to watch Gourmet Zombie Chef from Hell. So I had to let Shay and Tim out of the basement. And instead, we're going to bring you a review of The Chauffeur.
Hey everyone, welcome to Horror Junk. I'm Shay.
I'm Tim.
And tonight we reviewed The Chauffeur. So
Right, but what did we try to review first?
we tried to review Gourmet Zombie Chef from Hell.
Yeah.
It didn't really work
It didn't work.
because the tracking was off on a VCR, and because who actually uses a VCR anymore?
And I feel a little bad because I feel like, I let this guy in my house. Like I feel like I was being a nice guy. I was being courteous. I was accepting to the Horror Junk fans. And he came bearing movies, which I was super excited about.
Movie.
He came bearing a movie. When we let him in, he shoved us into the fucking closet.
No shit, what was that?
I don't know. He locked us in there. And all I heard was like random shuffling and unplugging and some cuss words about tracking and stuff. And all of a sudden he let us out saying it didn't work and show me another horror movie.
And see, what I didn't understand is why didn't he want us watching the movie with him? Because, I mean, it's kind of our show. It's not like he can put it up by himself, but he wanted to lock us in the closet for the episode.
Well, whatever. All I know is that Gourmet Chefs from Hell with the Zombies didn't work. We ended up reviewing The Chauffeur.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need to bring in
Rat Salad.
Rat Salad himself. Mr. John Maxwell!
Yes,
come on down!
Rat
Come on
Salad.
down! Come on down!
There you go.
There we go. This doesn't make you uncomfortable, does it?
No.
It kind of made me feel a little awkward.
You're good.
Secure with my sexuality.
Well, wait till he rubs his tits up against you.
I don't have to. How dare you. I would like to say this is the first ever Horror Junk video episode reviewed from my house.
Yes, we usually do it from my place.
Weird. Yeah.
But since Rat Salad here is staying at Tim's, we just came back here to watch the movie, so we're just doing it here tonight.
Very special event. And I would like to call attention to the It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want To poster.
Buy that fucking movie.
Buy the movie from Tony Wash, Scotchworthy Productions. Is there a...
Full Moon Film Fest 2007 Best Feature.
B-Movie Film Fest of
Scotchworthy.com. That's what I was looking for. Scotchworthy.com.
Yeah.
Spelled exactly like you would think. Go
Yeah.
to it and buy the movie. It's
For
awesome.
real. Yeah. Yes,
I'm
let's
ready to
drink. Fucking need more
I
beer.
brought beer too.
You did.
I didn't just bring
I
the movie.
splattered it all over my glasses.
Okay, well anyway, The Chauffeur.
I feel like Rat Salad should
Yeah, why don't you give us the recap on The Chauffeur?
summarize it for us.
The Chauffeur is about a serial killer who, during his day job, is a chauffeur. He kills a couple of people in not particularly interesting fashion, which we'll get to. And then Detective Wayne, who we weren't sure who Detective Wayne was.
Until like the last 10 minutes.
40 minutes of the 62-minute movie, including credits. We weren't sure who Detective Wayne was. He finally ends up catching the chauffeur, or does he?
Dun,
There's a big
dun,
twist
dun,
at the
dun.
end. So, but basically, a chauffeur who kills people and stupid teenage people going to airport and try to go to Vegas in a limo. I don't know why you take a limo to the airport. But
Through the woods.
the logic was out the door through much of the film.
Yeah.
First and foremost, through its three main topics, which Horror Junk is used to doing. Nudity.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this the big 0. The only nudity that was in this movie was on a statue in the opening credits. Granted, they spent a lot of time on the tits, but it was concrete, so it doesn't count.
I gotta go 0 as well because I was up getting a beer while they were showing the wooden or stone tits,
Yes.
so I didn't even get that enjoyment. So 0 as well.
There was a shower scene at the beginning.
Yes,
You
there
guys are
was.
forgetting. There was a shower scene.
Go for it.
We saw through the duration of the shower scene a wrist and partial shoulder. It was a cock tease. You know, if you can't afford the nudity, which I understand, like low, no budget horror movies, that's fine. If you can't get the naked chicks, no problem.
Don't
It's
tease.
cock tease.
All right. Blood and gore.
Blood and gore.
What are you gonna give it, Tinny?
I'm gonna go ahead and give it 2 death scenes or 2 death scenes, 2 hood ornaments, 2 ornaments, hood ornaments out of 5. Not great, not spectacular, but there was a lot of there was blood and gore.
I think I'd go 2.5, but I think you almost need to split out. There was a ton of gore, but you didn't see it except for the one decapitation, really, where it spurted all over the one girl where the blood spurted. Settle. So there was lots of blood, but it wasn't necessarily used to great effect. It was just look at all the blood we can pour on people, as opposed to killing people creatively and then having the blood come out of the death scenes.
Yeah, I was kind of gonna say something similar. I was gonna split up the blood from the gore. I didn't really feel like there was that much gore in it, so I'd probably give the gore like a 1.
There was the early testicle. Or the guy got his hoo-hoo
yeah,
chopped off.
behind closed doors.
Oh, but you saw them
There was that early decapitation with the spine sticking out. It's not well done. I don't want to say it's well done. I'm just saying it was there.
But once again,
Yeah, it
was
might
the
have been there,
aftermath.
but I'm gonna rank it on how well it was done. And I'd probably give the gore like a 1. I'd probably give the blood, about a 2.5. 'Cause, there was enough blood in the death scenes, but I didn't really think it was that well done. Death scenes, you bitch. I'd have to even go just 1.5 on death scenes. I'm sorry. They weren't creative. You don't use pistols.
I'll go 1.5 as well for mostly the same reasons. That the best scene in the movie isn't really a death scene, but it's where one of the female leads, her boyfriend, has been decapitated. Her Achilles tendons have been sliced apparently, and she can't walk, so she has to crawl all over the place.
That's awesome.
In order to break out and break through the window, she takes her boyfriend's head and throws it through the window. And that was a funny scene.
Yeah.
Don't know if it was supposed to be funny.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with another horror junk first, by the way, tonight, and rate this thing 1 3/4.
Ooh, 1.6.
Hood ornaments. I believe this is the first time I've ever gone anything other than like a solid or a half.
What was the difference? What was
Why are you doing
special or
higher
not
than us?
I'm gonna go ultra simplistic. 1.5, too little for the death scenes. 2 was too much.
Fair enough.
So I went right in the middle. Yeah, the death scenes were not spectacular. I was not impressed by the gunplay. I think guns in horror movies just
Never.
shouldn't exist. And if they do exist, if there is by some weird chance a gun brought onto the screen,
Halloween.
it should jam. But I liked the decapitations. There were several decapitations.
That was actually really cool.
involved.
The boyfriend was really good.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. I feel like as far as the budget was involved, it did a decent-ish job on the death scenes. You can only get so creative
Yeah.
when you're working with such a limited budget. But
And who knows what the budget was? I hope it was small.
it was small. I'm sure it was small. Just by watching it.
Yeah. Overall, Rat Salad. What are you gonna give this movie overall?
I'm gonna give it 5/8.
Pretty low.
That's over half. That's over half. That's what
That's-
2 and
Oh.
2 and 1/5 or something.
Things I
No,
liked
that's
about
not
it.
even
I
two.
liked the head throwing through
5/8.
Yeah, just a 5/8 is a little over a half.
It's a very sad ranking.
It
I don't
is a
like
sad
that
It's
one.
pretty small.
It is.
I was hoping I'd be that harsh.
I was hoping
No.
it'd be high. That's harsh.
No, and yeah, I'm
Why
sorry.
so harsh?
62-minute movie, 12-minute credits, lots of blood, but no real creative gore other than the one decapitation, and I like the head through the window scene.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was ponderously slow, and it didn't excite me.
I'm gonna round up to 1.
All right.
I'm gonna do that for you. I'm gonna round up to 1. You've been upgraded to 1.
I gotta give it a 1.
All right. Well, there you
We'll edit it so it just says, I give it a 1. Cut to Tim.
No reason.
go. Shay, what would you give this thing?
Oh, dude, that's a tough question. I'll give it a 1.5. Man, that's a generous ranking for me. I mean, it was, the most fun part of this movie was making fun of it.
Oh, how dare you?
Anyway, so
Well, thanks for letting me sit in, guys.
yeah, well,
I
you know
appreciate
what?
it.
Rat Salad drove down from Michigan. He's joining us for the show today, so everyone give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
Clap.
Appreciate you guys letting me join in, and I'm terribly sorry about the gourmet zombie show.
You know what? It's cool. Watch it some other time, and we'll have that review for you soon. So, anyway, any final thoughts that you'd like to add, Rat Salad, on your Horror Junk debut?
Just thank you guys for doing what you do. It's a thoroughly entertaining podcast and video cast. I enjoy it at work every week or so whenever it gets posted, and keep up the good work.
This is not his debut. His debut was the audio episode.
Well, his video
Visual
debut.
debut.
His visual debut.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's it here. So, I'm Shay.
And I am Tim, and we watch crappy horror movies so you don't have to.
I did.